Hi, welcome back. It's Wednesday, 16th of October 2013. And I just thought it's my weekly update on my fasting and my weight management, which seems to be static. I'm sort of 6 weeks now, or maybe 7 weeks after my last significant weight loss of half stone, and I'm not getting any changes in weight. I'm maintaining the weight. And I think last week we talked about management of blood sugar. What I did notice after I came off my fast on Thursday is the weight changes. I sort of structure the way that I eat into a bowl of food, and usually in a bowl, I'd say, well, it can be between 500 and 1,000 calories, right? So, and mostly it's probably in between maybe 750. And I noticed that when I broke my fast, I probably had two bowls. So we're looking at probably maybe 1,000 to 1,500 calories in one session, and I noticed there was no significant change in my fasting weight. So after I'd eaten, I was still at 14 stone. Then when I had a bowl of fruit later for my evening meal with yogurt, and then I noticed I'd gone back to what I think is my actual weight at the moment, which is 14.5 stone. But I'd noticed that so breaking my fast, two bowls, 1,000 to 1,500 calories, no change in weight. But then, so that would have been about, I don't know, lunchtime-ish. And then I had my evening meal, which is like a bowl of fruit with some yogurt and flax and pumpkin seed, that sort of thing. Try and keep it light and try not to have too much to eat after 6 o'clock. That did push up the weight to 14.5 stone. So I think I realised that if I'm careful when I break my fast, I can actually keep my weight down to my fasting weight, and it seems to drop back to my fasting weight very quickly, which it wasn't really doing before. And my overall sort of ideas on my own weight loss, which I don't know how applicable it is to other people, but I have like the three weights that I look at. So I have my full weight, what I think is my current weight, and I think my current weight at the moment is 14.5 stone. Then I have my fasting weight, which is 14 stone currently. So what I expect to happen and over, I think, the minimum period of 4 weeks, rather than losing a pound or 2 pounds at a time, I tend to lose weight in a lump, and it's usually about 7 pounds. And that's just, what I can remember from losing weight since even when I was, in my 20s, and I went from 11.5 stone to 12 stone, 12 stone to 12.5 stone. Stopped eating, did more exercise, and stopped eating less, rather, taking a reduced calories as a way of managing weight, and a half stone would just go. And just on recently, since 2010, when I really seriously looked at trying to manage my weight loss has always been a half a stone at a time, never a pound here and there. So it's half a stone, and that's over. The earliest I've managed to do that is 4 weeks. So now I'd expect, because of the diet that I'm on, to have lost the weight. And from the experience I had over the summer, by trying to increase to 2 days a week in terms of like one fast day and then another day when I'm eating less, which is, I have to be honest, been harder to achieve. I expected the weight loss to have happened by now. But one thing that does seem to be happening is that my full weight and my fasting weight seem to be the same thing, right? Which is 14 stone. So I'm a bit confused on whether my weight is 14.5 stone or 14 stone. Now, I'd be happier if my fasting weight had dropped to 13.5 stone. Then I would think I would have lost weight. At the moment, I think I'm in between. I think we did talk about blood sugar last week, and probably I need to eat less when I break my fast, and probably at a sit-in trying to keep the calories down to 500 to 1,000 at a time, and then to look at the weight gain to make sure that I stay at my fasting weight rather than jump back to my current weight, and to stop eating if it has gone back up, or trying just to eat enough so it doesn't go back up, if you follow my meaning. And I think that will help in terms of getting the weight off. And I actually think I'm ready for an extreme measure. It's just a matter of having the willpower, the willpower to do it. And that is, stick at 1 meal a day, 500 calories till the weight drops. And I think that should take, I believe, would take 5 days. And the meal that I would have would be the porridge that I make with soya milk and the flax seeds and pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds, because I think it's got a combination of all the right ingredients, all the good fats, some protein with because I used grain mixed nuts as well with it, so, and you get the protein, you get some protein from the porridge. Obviously I'm not going to meet my actual requirement on protein, but I think that the body should lose weight if I keep everything else, keep the exercise up and just keep to that 1 meal a day. That's going to be the way to get the weight off, I think, at the moment. And the other thing I'm looking at was monitoring my blood sugar. I've been trying to find a good blood sugar monitor, and the ones that are affordable don't seem to be that reliable, and the ones that are reliable don't seem to be that affordable. So and I'm thinking I need more than 10 tests, and I need at least 50 tests. I mean, I'm going to be testing my blood sugar at least 5 times a day, on normal days and on fasting days, and then on after you've taken some amount of food, what is the effect on blood sugar, to find that exact point for my body chemistry, what blood sugar does create maximum fat burning. Now you might say, for example, well, isn't it obviously the fasting blood sugar, so the lowest point where your blood sugar will go after maybe, which is determined I think after 12 to 18 hours of not eating, and that it may not be true, because I'm not sure if fasting actually switches on fat burning to full, and I'm not sure about the effect that cortisone has in terms of this growth hormone. Does that actually affect fat storage? Because I don't understand the barrier that I've got, and it may be just simply that my metabolic rate, my body's got used to the way that I'm doing things, and I've come to some sort of equilibrium, because the body ultimately is resistant to losing fat, which it sees as a precious resource. As far as the body's concerned, fat is the gold standard in terms of energy, an energy store. Okay, so not really positive in terms of actually having a sustained weight loss, and it's worrying. Now I'm approaching 2 months and not losing any weight at all. And I'm also measuring like the neck and the waist, and there's no changes there. So it's hard to know what else you can do. You reduce the amount of food that you take, you push up your exercise. This is emotional without complete starvation, which I suppose is what I'm planning. Well, not planning completely. It's going to be a reduced 500 calorie 1 meal a day diet for as long as I can lose the weight, and that's when I can muster the willpower to do that, and then go back to normal eating. Alright, okay, so that's my update. Please, thank you for watching, and please do leave your comments. Okay, take care.